Welcome to the Roll of Fat podcast. I am Felicia.
I'm Milton. What's happening? What's happening?
How you guys? As you can see, we're in the car, which is something totally different from the Roll of Fat podcast. We're normally not in the car on that channel. We normally in the car on just us, Milton and Felicia. However, we're traveling, and we decided, why not? We got a few hours before we reach our destination, so we may as well just do our podcast in the car today. So here we go, right?
Yeah, it could be a slash roll effect.
Yes, absolutely.
Combination.
Absolutely, you guys. So we're just gonna have some conversation, right? We're gonna have some conversation today.
Is that like coffee talk?
That's coffee talk.
I got a little coffee left.
I got some coffee too.
Mm-hmm.
I got some coffee. Not sponsoring Dunkin's, which you see this Dunkin' Donuts coffee.
We love Dunkin'.
But
shout
hey,
out to
listen.
Dunkin'.
But if you want to sponsor us, we're happy to have you for sure. But we decided to just come on and do our podcast in the car today. Like I said earlier, we want you to remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe if you love what we're doing. Right?
Yep, and hit
the bell.
That
hit
notification.
The bell. Boop, boop, boop. So that you will be notified anytime we upload a video. And
definitely hit the likes, because y'all all like us for the most part.
Y'all like us, right?
The other 10% don't matter.
Y'all know y'all like us. Y'all know y'all like us.
Well, we do have 10% haters, so y'all can like us too.
Just a
what
few.
the heck?
Yeah, go
y'all
ahead.
peeping anyway.
Come on, like us. But anyways, so we was just gonna come in and just have a little conversation with you guys. We was talking about friendships and things of that nature, and we was talking about the case that is very high profile now, which is the Nolan Wells case, which is very high profile because of the complexity of the case, and we don't know what happened. It's all speculations right now, but it just got us to talking and thinking about things and situations that have happened prior to. And so you guys, that's what we're going to talk about. Friendship, where are we going with it? What is happening now with friendships and things of that nature? So, you ready to get into that?
Might as well.
Let's get into it, you guys.
Yeah, it's the Roll of Fat. We talk love, we talk faith. God first, couple.
The Nolan Wells case, right? It's so disturbing, but it's definitely disturbing to me because it's always hard when you see a parent or loved ones on the camera speaking on behalf of their child or loved one that's gone, that's no longer here. And it's very difficult to see the faces of these people, right? It's so hard, even in the case of the elderly lady, Miss Guthrie, that's still missing today. It's like, what is this world becoming? Because it is so much that is happening right now. So we have to really have continuous prayer around the clock because we need protection. But you never really think that you need protection from the people that you call your friends. And that is what we're going to discuss today. Again, it's all speculations when it comes to the Wells case, because we don't know what happened there. So we're not going to speculate on anything of any of these cases. But we just want to talk about being friends and traveling and going places and doing things as a friend group or as a whatever, however you're going on, as a girls group, friend group, whatever. What are we doing? Because I know back in the day when I went out with my friends was my friends. And for us, it's like we go together, we come back together. And I don't know what's going on now, but it seems like that's just not the thing anymore. It's like you go and you meet somebody, you can go and do whatever you're going to do, and then we'll hook back up and, and all is well, right?
Right. Loyalty, in my opinion, is gone. I still got friends that I grew up with, and I don't live where they live, but when we get back together, it's like it never left. The loyalty part.
Yeah.
Or plot on you. Or let me stab you in the back. You know what I mean? You knew where you stood from them,
For sure.
You had your differences and you knew it. So, but that was good because you knew the person. You don't know what you're dealing with these times. Like, you need to really define what friendship is. Before you call somebody your friend, you need to have been through some situations with that person. They're associates until you can label them a friend. And I think that's what we
Or a best friend or anything like that. Now, I can recall my friends coming up, which was mostly my cousins, and then I had my best friends, that I was around all the time, which was Tab, and then Sonia, or whatever, we created this group, or whatever. But there was never a time where we went out together and the other one stayed and we left that person. Never, ever, 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 never, ever. And there's never going to be a time where they're somewhere needing help and I hear it and I don't go to the rescue. I'm not understanding what the definition of friendship is for this generation that's coming up, and it's really scary. And that's what we want to talk about, you guys, because I wrote down a few names, just to name a few, of some of the higher profile cases, right? We have Shanquella Robinson, who went to Cabo with her friends. They came back from Cabo without her, and she was dead. That case to me is the most disturbing case ever, because that to me is a case of so much jealousy and she just did not know what she was walking into. With people that she thought was her friends, like people who her mother said had come over to have dinner at their home. It's like, what in the world happens when you're in friendship with people and you in connection with people and things of this nature happens? And I was telling Milton that there's a scene in one of Tyler Perry's movie, A Family That Prays. And in the scene, the son is asking the mother, do you not trust me? And she said, it's not that I don't trust you, it's your private thoughts that give me pause. That stayed with me. That I remember that scene, because that to me was the most powerful statement in that movie. It was powerful, because how many times we're around people and the private thoughts that they're having, we don't even know. We don't know the private thoughts they're thinking about, that they don't like us, that they want to hurt us or cause us harm. We don't know these private thoughts. That's why we always got to stay connected to God. We always got to stay connected to God so that He can reveal those things to us, right?
Yeah, low level, what do you call it? Haters. What you call it? Low-key haters.
Yeah, low-key.
Right?
Yeah.
You shouldn't really have a low-key hater in your circle, in my opinion.
Well, you don't know it, though.
Right. But the moment you get some sprinkles of that.
Yeah.
And that's what people may get, signs.
Yeah.
But then they keep on moving. Then when you at the end and something doesn't happen, you done had the sign and you like, man, I should have known.
Yeah.
But you don't want to even put yourself in that predicament. You need more loyalty than anything. Like I said, if you're going to label anybody friend or, best friend, They need to go through some tests. I'm serious.
For sure. You need to really know who they are. And it's sad because people really think that these are their friends, though, because they're perpetrating to be your friend,
right? So,
but they're not really your friends. And so it's kind of hard, though, sometimes to kind of pinpoint those really good friends, unless you're going through some things again, like you say, right. You're going through some things and then you figure out they're not really your friends.
Right, the history will tell you. Yeah. But you should always have your heart, your spirit, and your mind wide open.
Yeah.
For situations. Because then the girl that went to Carver, she was kind of well off, right?
She had a business.
And she paid for some of them to get sponsorship. What?
She paid for the actual villa that they was living in.
Who wouldn't want a friend like that? I'm loyal to the end.
Right.
What?
She paid for this, but I think it was a lot of jealousy there. And so I think this whole thing was kind of set and planned. That she just walked into this and not knowing. That's what I'm saying. Not knowing that people's private thoughts are the thoughts that we need to concern ourselves with, and we need to definitely teach our kids that to be very careful. I don't care if how I am now. Of course, I'm more mature, so I really know. Try to be very vigilant of who I am around, and
you're seasoned now, so
I'm very seasoned.
You're done, you know.
I'm very seasoned, and I don't think I'll be going anywhere with anyone unless there's people that I know that got me at the end of the day. I cannot, because it is proven fact that some people just cannot be trusted, and so they still going through this case right now today.
Nobody convicted.
Trying to piece this thing together. And then we had Lauren. I don't know her name is Spiver or Spiver, but she vanished in Indiana with a group of friends. Just vanished.
Vanished, but she was with a group of friends. And nobody knows where she at.
They saw the cameras saw her leaving with a group of friends, but she didn't come back with the group of friends. I don't know.
Nobody's convicted.
They still trying to figure this thing out. And this was in Indiana, so they still trying to figure this thing out. Then we had, of course, nationwide, the Natalee Holloway situation in Aruba.
Yeah.
That right there have stayed with me, you guys. And I'm telling you, I was like boycotting Aruba. Like, I'm never going to Aruba because I don't appreciate that and what happened to her and this and the other. And crazy enough, we went on a cruise. The first cruise we went to was we went to Aruba. And even when we was in Aruba, looking at this area, I was thinking about this girl. And this happened years ago, like maybe 20 plus years ago. But I was just thinking about her in that moment. That's how much that case stayed with me, because it was very high profile. This mother was championing and fighting for her daughter. And I just remember this case. But again, went to Aruba with friends for graduation. They had just graduated, and she didn't come back with them. And it was that situation where she met someone, a guy, and that ended her life. And it's crazy because I don't care who I come with. You're not going nowhere with no guy. We don't know. We ain't doing that unless that's your boyfriend that just showed up and we know of him. No, we're not doing that, right?
That's new school stuff. Old school gonna lock and load and make sure you get your butt back home.
No, you're not going nowhere with no guy. No, and then you leave her when she obviously maybe have had something to drink, and that's another thing. Like, you guys, we need to be very careful. I try to tell my daughter all the time, I haven't, the grandkids are smaller now. Well, they're not at the age where drinking. Hopefully they're not. But my daughter, listen, you need to have your mind together when you're out in these streets, because you don't need to be drinking. I am not a person that's going to be out and drinking. Not going to do it. Not me. I need to have all my senses, all of them. Okay. Even if Milton and I go out with, if he having something to drink, that means I ain't having nothing to drink, because I don't have a high tolerance for drinks. And so that's just not something that I can do. And I know me. So because I don't drink all the time, I can't do it. So my mind, when I am out and about, I have to be in my right mind, is what I'm saying, right?
You should be in your right mind.
Should be in your right mind.
Even though a lot of times I wasn't in my right mind, but I had more control than to put myself in harm's way.
Well, you was kind of silly back there in those days, so.
And my tolerance was a little high, so if I drunk just a good 3-4, I'm still good.
Yeah.
But I would never let myself, if I got a drink, I would never let myself get to the point where I can't focus. I don't know who I am. Somebody got to bring me home.
Yeah.
And that ain't never happened. Bring me home? No, well, I was already being brought home that day, babe.
When I first met him, y'all, he was kind of like a little cuckoo for Cocoa Pops.
That's true.
He was doing some stupid stuff. So.
That's true. Dumb 20s, which I talk about all the time.
You do.
But what I'm saying, I never had to, call a cab.
Right.
Or, hey, friend, take me home.
Yeah.
That kind of thing.
The friends that you had back then would have taken you home.
Oh, 100%.
And would have made sure that you got home.
Right.
So that's what I'm talking about. That real connection with friends that wants your best and has your best interest at heart, that would never let anything happen to you while you're on their watch. Like for me, if I'm with you, first of all, let me say this. If I'm hanging out with you, I gotta really love you, because that ain't what I do. So if I hang around, if I'm out with you, I care about you.
You might hurt a few feelings.
I'm telling you. If I'm hanging around you and I'm out, I care about you. And so I'm looking out for you when we're out. Your best interest, my best interest, I'm peeping this situation. And it's not about to go down. No, we're not doing that.
Right.
So I just think that loyalty is like, for some, because it's not everybody, because it's some friends, they ride or die and they gonna know, for their friends.
There has to be a certain standard of loyalty.
Yeah.
That's inside of your standards.
Yeah.
And your friends must feel and know that you got their back. If you can't feel that and it can go either way, you might have the wrong person in your circle. Because that's where it's a lot of room for, I don't like you right now, so whatever happens, even though you're a little bit you feeling too good.
Yeah.
And then that's where the problem can happen.
Yeah. So, I'm like a loyal friend. I'm a loyal friend. If I'm your friend, I'm your friend, and I got you. That's just what it is. I'm not one of those friends that I'm looking out for you. That's what I'm going to do. I'm not having people in my space that I'm not looking after. It's just not going to happen. So then we had Kenneka Jenkins, you guys. And you remember her. She was at the hotel with her friends. And she's the one who ended up in the freezer.
Oh, I don't remember that one, babe.
Yeah, Kenneka Jenkins.
The freezer?
Yeah, she was drunk. And she was, the video shows her going down the hall, but I don't know what, but she was with a group of friends at that time as well. And it was very high profile too. That was one of those cases. But she was with friends again, and it was so many different stories that came up when it came to her. Well, all of these, it was so many different stories that I was like, oh my God, what? First of all, the friends were saying, well, she was in a room with these guys and she started screaming and hollering, and then we was trying to get her out, but then some said she was set up to go in the room with the guys, with multiple guys, and whatever. Just like the most craziest things ever. I don't know, you guys. I just don't understand. I cannot understand this. And then she ends up in this freezer, and they find her the next morning, of course, dead. Crazy, you guys. Crazy. Another set of friends. And then the last one that I took notes was, because this was an adult. Her name was Tamala Horsford, I think it is. She was a mother of 5, and she went to an adult birthday party, and the next morning she was dead in the backyard. You guys, I'm not sure, and I think that's still an investigation, because they don't know if it was an accidental fall. They don't know what it is. I just don't understand, you guys. And I guess my thing is, our reasoning for talking about this situation is like, we have to be more
vigilant in
right.
the people that's in your circle that you're so quick to call best friend.
Yes.
Or friend.
Yes.
That title is too loosely. It needs to be proven through a history.
Mm-hmm.
Then you can consider, okay, yeah, this is my friend. You can't go, no, yeah, you dropped the person. Oh, that was my friend. No, it wasn't.
No, it wasn't. It really wasn't.
It was an associate, and y'all were happy while things were going good.
Yeah.
Until something went bad, somebody hated something, and boom. That ain't no real friend.
Yeah.
You got to start checking their character at the door.
You do, and it's such a shame, you guys, but it's just a fact that you can be in a group of girls, a group of guys, it can be friends, it can be family, and you're not even liked, and you don't even know. You don't even know that you're not liked. People sometimes don't like you just because of who you are. I remember, and I think I talked about this one time before. One of my friends, she's a really good friend. Now, you know, I don't talk to my friends a lot, you know, but I'm there if they call, and I'm sure it's the same way if I call them, you know, because we're just living our own life and doing our own little thing or whatever, and it's just not like it was when we was, you know, teenagers and young, you know, adults or whatever, you know.
Well, still, that changes.
Yeah, you still love them, and you still will be there for them if needed, you know, at any time. But I remember this one friend of mine, when we got really close, she says to me, I did not like you when I first saw you. And actually, we wasn't there as friends. We was there at a mutual friend's house. And so I didn't know her. She didn't know me. But she said, I didn't like you when I first saw you. And then I was like, why? She said, I don't know. It was when you walked in, like you was dressed very nicely. You brought gifts. She said, you didn't do anything. You was just like, I don't know. I was just like, oh, I bet she thinks she this, that, and the other. And then she said, and then when I got to know you, I was like, oh my God, she is so nice and she is so this. But she said, I just totally judged you just by your appearance and how you walked in and how you know, and all the things. Like, it's the way I carried myself. And I think that's a lot. Trust me, I get a lot of that. But I'm such a nice person, you guys. Y'all would really want to know me. But I really am. But it's just my persona sometimes. And when I walk into some place, I'm not very loud. I'm very, like, you know, quiet, moving person. I'm not loud when I walk in a door or a room or anything. And I'm not, you know, I love everybody, and I'm not, I will be friends with people. If they're loyal to me, I'll be loyal to you. You know, that's just who it is. But she said, when I got to know you, I was like, oh my God, I love her so much. And we was really cool, and just really became friends, you know. But those are kind of things, and I would have never known that. It's just that she told me after we became really good friends. And that's, I think, the message here, right?
Yeah, so the key word you said, after.
Yeah.
Which means y'all drew a history.
Yes.
Y'all was working together.
Yes.
So now she can make a proper determination. Now, you shouldn't be off the jump start based on how somebody moves, and they might move better than you and look better than you, or how they do that, and just be judgmental of how their character is, because you still don't know. Mm-hmm. You don't know until you go through some things, and that's my point. You can't be so fast to say, oh yeah, I met this person, we are really good friends, because it felt good initially.
Yeah. But
you don't know the character of that person. So you got to find out the character of that person, go through a few things before you can label them friend, and before you can finally say, I am loyal to this person because they have exhibit and proven that to me. Yeah.
For sure. You gotta have some history, but I appreciate her telling me that, but I didn't like that she didn't like me, because I'm like thinking, why? Because I didn't say anything. She said, no, it's just how you was moving.
How you move. Some people are intimidated or think your moves is like different from their moves. Let's put it that way. So until she got comfortable and got to know you within her spirit, had to release to say, you know what, I had this on you, but I was so wrong.
Yeah. She did.
You know what I mean? So now that's proving your loyalty, because now you displaying what you felt about a person they didn't know. Yeah. And you convicted, so now you got to say, you know what, man, I love you to death right now, but at first I was just crazy. Yeah. I saw you, I judged you, I didn't even know you.
She didn't even know me.
But that's how it goes sometimes.
And it's crazy because it was another girl that I worked with that she told me that she didn't tell me that she didn't like me. She said that when I came in, I was intimidating. And I said I was intimidating. So tell me, how was I intimidating? She said, because all the time that we was in the office, nobody could get this manager to do anything. And when you came in, it was like people was doing it. Like, get it done. No, we need blinds. We need this. We need this. We need this. And they was doing it. And I was like, oh my goodness, who is she? You know, who is she to get things done? But not understanding that where I came from I'm still within the same company. I'm just in a different state now. So I came from corporate. So that corporate kind of an office. And so I knew how I was trained and what was supposed to take place and how it's supposed to happen and how it's supposed to look and all that. So when I came, I was able to move stuff because of who I know. Right. Not based on me at all. It was based on who I knew. And so I knew that I could get these things done and this done. And I knew I could move this out and move that out. And then later on, years later, is when I found out what she felt, because we became really good friends. And she said, Felicia, I have to tell you something. And then she was like, when I first met you, I was like, oh, she's just so intimidating or whatever. She said, but I'm telling you, you made me want to be a better woman. And I was like, nice. Oh my God. That was like, what?
And look, because we all function at different levels, we all know different things. When you see somebody that intimidates you or they move in a certain way that bothers you, find out why is it bothering you. Yeah. Because it might be a lesson to learn through that person. Yeah. Such as that.
For sure.
So if you made her want to do better, that means she might have been a little timid and say, you know what? I need to stretch a little bit and be like that. Yeah. There's nothing wrong with that. We learn from people. Don't just turn on the hater switch all of a sudden because you don't understand it.
Yes.
Understand it and become a better person. How about that part?
Yes, for real, you guys. Because, well, I'm going to tell you, when I see women walking, I saw this one girl, you guys, in I was in Food Line. I remember where I was. I was in Food Line grocery store, and I was coming down on one end of the aisle, and she was coming down the other end of the aisle. When I tell you, she was beautiful. She was dressed nicely, and she had one of these low haircuts. It was the low haircut, but she was wearing this haircut. And I'm telling you, at that point, I was like thinking, man, I wish I could rock that like that. Because I feel like a lot of things that you rock is confidence. You gotta have some confidence to rock it. You know, you can get it there, but if you ain't got no confidence.
But it was like the first girl you mentioned, she didn't like you because it was the way you moved, because you moved with confidence.
Yes.
You was well put together.
Yes.
So that, then she ain't had that going on.
Yeah.
That's why she looking like, really? I hate this heifer. Right?
Yeah.
But once she learned how your personality was and y'all got to know each other, she had to go ahead and fess up.
She had to admit.
Man, I hated the way you move, but you move good, girl. I'm telling you that right now. That's really what got her.
But this girl came through this aisle, you guys. She was stunning. And I'm just looking at her like, oh my God, she is beautiful.
But you did it differently, babe.
So when we got up to each other, I said, let me tell you something. You are absolutely beautiful, and you are rocking this freaking hairstyle that I wish I could rock like this, but I know this comes with some confidence. This gotta go with some confidence right here. Because girl, you are killing it. And she was like, oh my God, thank you. And we just had a moment, because I don't have a problem with telling somebody how you look or how you inspire me or how you motivate me, because that's what we're supposed to do as people. Like, if there's somebody that got something that you want, as far as like, man, I wish, because like I tell Milton all the time, and even his friends said, I wish I had what Milton had. He had so much confidence, and he's not afraid to talk to people. He's not, and Milton is not. I wish I had some of that. I don't have none of that. I think I'm learning how to get that. I was
going to say, some of that done growed on you now. Yeah, you got a podcast.
Yeah, it don't grow on me, because normally I wouldn't have done.
15 years ago, you wouldn't have did a podcast.
No, absolutely not. I would not be on nobody's camera, okay? But so it don't rub off on me, which is a very good thing, because he makes you want to be, push you to greatness, I feel like, anyway.
But all of us can inspire each other to do so.
Yes.
You just got to turn into that nature haterade into, you know what? You doing you is different, and you doing it right, apparently.
Yeah.
Because it's making me feel a certain kind of way.
Yes.
When she said you didn't do nothing to her, but it makes her feel that certain kind of way, she ain't the first one that said that.
No, she's
Some
not.
people don't deal with you and they can't even tell you why they don't deal with you. How about that part?
For sure.
Now that's damn near crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, but that just tells you do your own individual thing. But what we supposed to do is pull that and learn from it.
Yes.
That's what you learn from people, because it can inspire you and it can push you to other levels.
Yes.
And the reason why it seems different is because it ain't on your level.
Right.
So why not take people that's on different levels and be inspired and do something about it and make your level go up?
If you in a friend group, and that one of those friends are just seem like they standing, they kind of elevating above, then ask, hey, listen, this is, you moving this way and you able to do this. I see you. I want to be that. How do you get there? What are you doing? How do you get this confidence, instead of being in this group, low-key hating them and wanting to cause them harm because you're so bitter and mad within yourself that you don't like how this person is moving? And understand that just because you're moving in a certain way doesn't mean that you're not having obstacles and trials and tribulations, and having hard times and sleepless nights and crying about situations. Because people make things look good, don't mean they ain't going through nothing, you guys.
Right.
It doesn't mean that. Stop hating on people because of what you see, because what you can't see is the culprit, okay? What you can't see inside is some stuff that's going on that people are dealing with, and they reaching trying to just do better and be better and become better people, and you got people that it's supposed to be your friend that are hating you and want to cause you harm. Like, that to me is just so tragic in itself.
It's betrayal.
You know?
It's betrayal.
It's definitely betrayal. We like to be supportive and we like to support people, and unfortunately what we do is not always supported by people we think is going to support us. It's just not. But it's okay, because God will bring the people in your life that are supposed to be in your life. He will bring the people in your life that are supposed to be checking out the podcast, or Just Us, or Girl Talk when we get ready to do it, and another little venture that we got coming out very soon that we will be letting you know in a couple of weeks or so. But it's okay. It's okay, because at the end of the day, what God has for you, nobody can take what God has for you.
That's real talk.
If he has it for you, if God has put it in your spirit, you move ahead, you do what you do, because God will bring the people that are supposed to be in your life. Sometimes we can't just be anxious for everything, you guys. We can't be anxious for those relationships, situationships, friendships. We can't be so anxious for those things. Let God bring you the people that he wants in your life, and that it's going to be genuine, and have your back and be there through thick and thin. You know, you need those type people in your life, and you don't need to just settle, not even in relationship, not in friendships, not in anything. Like, just it's okay. Don't look for people to validate you. Don't look for people to say you're doing a good job. Don't look for it. Don't look for it. Don't look for it. Keep your eyes to the sky and look to God for everything, and he will put the people in your life that needs to be in your life. And the people that are for you will be for you, and the people that are not, they won't. And the people that are for us are going to watch our videos, and the ones that don't, it's okay. It's all right, because he will put these videos in front of the people that needs to be put in front of us. So we're happy about that, right?
Absolutely. I mean, we first started off to do this for the kids and the grandkids.
Absolutely.
And they're going to always have a reference.
They're going to always have a reference and go back to look at Mama and Papa's videos. And so we're just happy that they'll be able, and our kids will be able to go back when we're gone to reference things and see us in action. Hi, babies, and future babies, and future babies. We're talking about all of them, right?
Right. So that was first, and then
that was first and
also
foremost.
Channeling God's work, you know, to help other people, you know, to be inspired, to share some of our history and ideals of people going through some stuff and they don't know the answer.
Yes.
And to look at us and say, you know what, they ain't perfect. No, nobody ain't perfect.
No, we're not.
Yeah, we happy a lot, but we have our down times too.
Yes.
So we're normal people.
Yes.
So that's why we put a lot of our junk out there.
Yeah.
So it could be a reference to other people.
Yes, absolutely.
We ain't perfect,
No.
and we don't judge y'all either.
No.
So that's just what it is. It's a tool.
Absolutely.
But we can help each other.
We can help each other. So at the end of the day, you guys, we're going to sign off right here and just say, just be happy. You know, if you're in a friendship, be the real friend. Be a friend that you're supposed to be. Take care of each other. If you have friend groups, you know, don't leave your friend unattended. Watch yourself when you're out. It's very important that, especially us as women, look out for each other. We need to look out for each other. If you see something that looks wrong, notify the officers, notify police, and say, hey, I don't know if this is a situation, but it looks like one. So I want to just bring that to your attention. Maybe you can come check it out. You know, maybe somebody is in distress or something. Don't leave your friends unattended, you guys. Don't do it. You know, if you go as a group, come back as a group. Look after each other. Have code words or something that, you know, if you're in trouble, say something that they'll know, okay, there's a situation. You know, have somebody come on dates, you know, maybe doing a double date, you know, and they may be in the building somewhere just in case you need an outlet. You know, let's just be smart about it, because we live in a very crazy world and everybody is just not for you, and everybody just do not have your back, and everybody does not mean you good. So this is what this video is about, right?
Cover your friend. and be loyal to your friend if you have a friend.
Yes.
Other than that, it's just an associate, a person that you know.
Yes.
So I think you really have to understand what the definition means.
Yes. And if you out there and you doing the wrong thing and you done the wrong thing, you can hide, but you can't hide from God, because eventually you got to pay for what you've done. So I hope and pray that you just think about this thing and just switch it around. God can use you in any kind of form, any way that you are messed up, broke down, disgusted and busted. He can still use you. So let's change this thing, you guys. Let's love on each other more than we hate on each other, okay? So that is going to conclude the Roll Effect podcast. We are in traffic right now. We're in this traffic, but it's okay. We're off today, so we gotta go in tomorrow. So it's still pretty early, so I think we'll be fine. So until next time, you guys, we love you. We thank you, the ones that are watching. We thank you so much. We really appreciate you guys. We really do. Take care of yourself. Take care of others. Be a good friend. Be the friend that you want in your life. Be that friend. You got anything you want to say to the people?
Honor your friends that are loyal.
Yes.
They take care of you, you take care of them. Y'all cover each other.
Cover each other.
That friend, I think, is just used too loosely.
Yes.
And it should be, that's the closest thing to, you just need a friend.
Yes.
A friend should be powerful.
Yes.
Somebody you look up to. Yes. Not just casual.
Yes.
Other than that's an associate. But yeah, yes. be loyal and lead by example.
Yes. Absolutely.
So, yeah.
Until next time, you guys, we will see you on Sunday for Just Us, Milton and Felicia. Until then, peace.
Yeah, it's the Roll Effect. We talk love, we talk faith. God first, couple goals, ain't no room for the hate. We keep it